Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your house party. I hope it's a party in a house. If it's not a party, then I don't know. What do we call these groups? House? House. Okay, so before we go any further, we have some sponsors. The first sponsor is mermaids. You thought they were attractive, but they're not. Just look at this picture of a mermaid. Mermaids, they sponsor this video.
This is also brought to you by that little piece of cuticle that sticks up between your fingernail and the side of your finger.
Yeah.
If you have one of those, don't pull it! It's one of the worst things ever. Something so small should not hurt so bad. It's like getting hit in the shin with a scooter. It's just like, ugh, don't do it. Cuticle thing.
I can't help it. I have to pull it.
Oh
And it's like
gosh.
it's like a tendon that goes all the way back here, and you're just like string cheese.
Mm-hmm.
It's like string cheese,
I did it
but
the
it's your
other day.
finger.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Announcements. I don't think we have any announcements.
Nah, I don't. Not this time.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Things are pretty chill. Yeah. Guys, you are so close to Thanksgiving break. You can do it. That's it. That's the announcement. Thanksgiving break is coming. Congratulations.
Talk with your house party about your favorite Thanksgiving food.
This just made me think of an announcement.
What?
The Wednesday right before Thanksgiving, we will not have house parties.
Oh.
So just letting you know. Yeah. So after this week, there's next week, and after next week, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do not show up that Wednesday.
Yeah.
It would be very awkward for you to knock on the door and someone shows up and says, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And you say, "I'm here for house parties." And they say, "It's Thanksgiving holiday.
Yep.
Why are you here?"
Yep.
And it's awkward, and your parents gotta come pick you back up. And, Don't
Yeah.
do it. Don't do it.
Yep, that's right. Okay. I would say it's time for an update for the adventure of our turtle, but our turtle has kind of faded into the background for maybe ever, or for maybe a period of time, and now we have focused on a kitten. And last week you had to discuss what the name of this kitten would be, and we're about to find out the name of this kitten. So the kitten is in like this office space, and there's these agents that are maybe for good, maybe for evil. They're kind of on this mission to rescue that goblin Grizzle that the turtle stole a bandana from. And so, okay, we continue on from there. The kitten opens its mouth and says, "My name is Jessica." "I don't care what your name is," the voice yells. "We have work to do." The kitten is rushed through narrow secret passageways by ninja-like creatures who are dressed head to toe in black cloth, all of them donning a yellow bandana. Remember the one the turtle stole from Grizzle? The kitten finds itself in a vehicle moving at high speeds, and then after a sudden stop, the whole crew bolts into the nearest building, staying hidden in the shadows. A voice whispers in the kitten's ear, "This was the last place Agent Grizzle was seen. It's up to you now," and the creatures vanish as quickly as the voice does. The kitten notices a handwritten note under its paw that reads, "This is the Adora Bowling Alley. It's known for its criminal clientele. Be careful not to stand out." The little kitten finds itself in a nearly empty bowling alley. There are 3 other creatures in the room. There is a badger behind the food and snacks desk, chewing on a carrot. A penguin loudly struggling to put on bowling shoes. And a snake quietly bowling. Oh, that would be hard to bowl quietly.
For a snake to
Who does the kitten investigate? Is it the badger behind the desk chewing a carrot, the penguin loudly struggling to put on bowling shoes, or the snake quietly bowling? You have to choose.
Yeah. And so, take this moment to pause. We'll even do maybe a freeze frame for you and decide. Cool.
All right, it is time to look at the book of Mark and Jesus' life in it. Recap. Jesus came to destroy and cure sin, and he came to defeat Satan, who has been using sin to destroy us because Satan hates that we exist. That's not great, but good thing is Jesus came to stop all that. So he comes to earth to begin doing this, and then he recruits a team of people, and he starts going around telling this really good news that the kingdom of God is coming, and this kingdom is different from other kingdoms. It doesn't come by burning and pillaging villages. He describes it in a different way. It starts really, really small, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it envelops and overlaps everything. It's pretty cool. But it's going to grow slowly in different ways instead of this chariots and horses and burning and helmets. So he starts showing that this is going to happen and showing what this is like by healing people and kicking demons out of people. And he starts kind of in a way also proving that he can be the one to get this kingdom started. Not long ago, we read about how he has command over the sea and all of creation, and he has control of that. That's pretty crazy. And then at student night, we talked about how Jesus has command over demons. Maybe we didn't talk about that specifically, but that took place in the story. Like, Jesus can tell demons what to do, and they have to obey him. Tonight, you are going to be reading chapter 5, verse 21 through 43. And in it, you are going to see that Jesus has command over another thing that is very, very powerful. It's kind of mind-blowing. If you've read this story before or heard this story before, it might just go, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I want to encourage you, really kind of grasp how big of a deal this story actually is. Like, this is wild. Try to make yourself one of the characters in this story and see how you feel as the story unfolds. So, yeah, there's not really anything too confusing about it. Like, you guys are really smart and brilliant and insightful, and I was just telling someone the other day that I learn a lot from you guys and your perspective. So I'm excited to hear what your perspective is. Landry, do you have any thoughts or anything to add?
This is a really cool passage that shows what Jesus prioritizes. I feel like there could have very easily, if Jesus was someone else, could have been an opportunity for him to not do what he did, or not take a moment to stop and acknowledge what he does.
Yeah.
But he does, and I don't know. I definitely want to talk with my group about what that says about what Jesus is here to do and what he prioritizes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's it for me.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's really, really true. Like, one of the reasons why we're looking at the book of Mark is so we can get to know who Jesus is and get an idea for who he is based on the way that he acts and reacts to different situations and the things that he says. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so far, hopefully you start to see Jesus is pretty incredible and he's different from the norm. So, okay. All right. Like I said, you guys are brilliant. So I don't want to do anything or say anything to stand in the way of your brilliance. I want to let it unfold. Let the floodgates be open. And you're all right. That's enough. Bye.